Do you remember the essential elements for defamation? Okay. Under defamation, you had to prove that a defamatory statement, you have to prove that a defamatory statement has been made against you. So if the deceased, the person against whom, these are kind of like personal causes of action. That's why they are not allowed to subsist after the death of the deceased. Okay, so all causes of action can subsist, which are against or vested in the deceased, can subsist for the benefit of his estate, except causes of action in relations to defamation, seduction, adultery, and inducing one spouse to live apart from the other. Those are the exceptions we have. Now, what about negligence? What about negligence? Also, causes of actions under negligence will survive if the death of the person is caused by negligence, okay, negligence or default of any person, and if that act of negligence would have entitled the deceased to recover damages. So actions in negligence will also survive the death of the person, that even if he dies, okay, even if he dies, these cases can be continued by his legal representatives. By legal representatives, I mean the executor or the administrator of the estate of the deceased. Now, Section 6 makes it more clear. And it answers the question, who can bring these actions? Okay. Section 6 of the Law Reform Miscellaneous Provisions Act provides that such actions brought before court shall be for the benefit of the family of the person who has been killed, and such actions can be brought by the executor or the administrator of the estate of the deceased. Okay. Under Section 6, there is a lot that is talked about or discussed, that once compensation is paid out, no one else can claim for it in court. Then also, the law requires that this compensation be shared out, and it is the court to determine how the compensation should be shared out among the beneficiaries of the estate of the deceased. The section also provides that funeral expenses are recoverable by the beneficiary of the deceased estate. And under this law, there is something else that should be noted. Section 11, subsection 2, an action under survivorship. An action under survivorship does not include exemplary damages. What are exemplary damages? You know that exemplary damages are punitive damages. Okay? So, you cannot, okay, when you bring a claim on behalf of the deceased, all you can do is to claim for general damages and special damages, but you cannot claim for exemplary damages for the simple reason that exemplary damages are punitive. They intend to punish the wrongdoer and not to compensate. They are meant to punish. So when court is awarding damages, when the court is awarding damages, the money is received by the estate from insurance claims or pension payouts due to death will not be taken into account. What does that mean? It means that the defendant cannot raise a defense or cannot try to reduce the damages by saying that my insurance company has paid. Okay. Under these torts, under the law of tort, the courts normally award general and special damages. They also award exemplary damages if the case is brought by the person himself. But if the person has passed on, you cannot bring a claim for exemplary damages. Now, general damages are the damages which show that a person has committed a wrong. Okay, so the defendant cannot try to reduce the damages payable by saying that the insurance company has paid. And special damages are those damages which cover the actual expenditure that may have been spent by the deceased's family. Okay, so we have talked about a kind of situation where a person was already in court. What if a person dies? What if a person dies before being sued? What if a person dies before being sued? What do you think happens? Members who are here, what happens if a person dies before you sue him?